I love watching those vogue videos. So I thought I'd decide to do my own, except I don't think it is exactly how they did it, but oh well. Enjoy. Hi Vogue, welcome to my beauty secrets. I hope it's not too much echo in here, but I want to take you through my simple skincare and also my go-to makeup look. And yeah, so I typically don't actually wash my face in the morning. I go in with my micellar water. So I go in with the mineral water cleanser from Kit, and it's a spray which I love. So it feels refreshing, and I just go in with just one of these and just go over my face and kind of just get all the dirt and oil from last night. This is what I've just found best works for my skin. I have combination skin, and I do wash double cleanse at night time. So then I actually also go in with a thermal spring water. I use the Avene thermal spring water, and it's just really refreshing. I mean, you can just use normal tap water, but I don't know, it just feels fancy for some reason, in my opinion. Another important step, going in with some chapstick. So I use Lano Lips. This is the peppermint one. I don't typically do a lot of skincare in the morning, only because my skin, it's the same. It prefers just a little in the morning, whereas at night time I go in more. If I'm wanting to put makeup on, or if I'm going for glam, I do go in with the Lancome eye cream. It's just a tiny one because I tend to, if I have the big one, I tend to just not use the product as much. Like, it takes me forever to use the product, and by the time I finish it, it would be well over expired. So that's why I have the small travel ones, and I kind of just like go underneath gently. I don't press too hard. Yeah, and I kind of like go like that to give myself like a little bit of a facial and all that. Another favorite of mine is going in with hyaluronic acid serum. I've been using Skin Sister Overachieving hydration serum, and it's actually also got niacinamide in it as well, which you can use both morning and night, which I love as well. So put it on my hand, I rub it in between, and then go all around. So always bring stuff down your neck. I got taught that from my mum, to always bring stuff. And I always get asked why is my skin like so good? I have hardly any acne scars and all that, and it's because my mum drilled into my head, don't pick at your skin, but I pick at my lips. I also love going in with my thermal wand, and I kind of just drag it a little bit. I don't really know what this actually does, to be honest, but it looks like it does something. I don't do this every single day, this one. I do it maybe once a week, and it makes me feel like it's doing something to my skin. I also use the Universal Face Lotion from Kit as well. This is just so nice and hydrating, and it feels so light on the skin. I don't like the feel of it if it's during the day. I love a thick moisturizer at night time, and I don't like moisturizer that feels oily either. I just find it it doesn't sit well with my skin either. I don't know what. I also like bringing it down my neck as well. Oh my god, I have such bad hay fever. I'm gonna let that sink in a little bit to my skin. I'm actually gonna do my eyebrows. So I am a firm believer that it doesn't matter what products, makeup products, skincare products you use, as long as it works well for you. I have a mixture of drugstore ones and high-end products, and they work perfectly well for me. So I'm just gonna brush my eyebrows with some eyebrow gel. This is the NYX, the brow glue one. I love it. And I don't believe anything that works well for you, whether it's expensive, cheap, or in the middle, as long as it works well for you, don't listen to what other people say. And I kind of like let that sit a little bit into my, I like to let it get a little tacky. And one of my favorite, all-time favorite sunscreens is the Mecca Cosmetica Broad Spectrum Sunscreen. You can get this in Australia at Mecca. I'm literally running out of this. Oh, that went everywhere. Don't do what I did. And it kind of has like this, it doesn't feel like sunscreen, which I love. I love sunscreen that does not feel like sunscreen, because a lot of sunscreens tend to feel very oily and cakey in a sense, if that makes any sense. I love a sunscreen that feels like moisturizer in a sense. Yeah, and this one's SPF 50 plus as well, and I just kind of push them up like so. Yeah, I'm not one that really likes to wear a lot. I don't like the feel of brow products on my brows, but this is actually not so bad. Yeah, and I kind of just press it in, kind of give that laminated look. I naturally have thick eyebrows. I grew up having thick eyebrows. I grew up actually like getting people telling me thick, bushy eyebrows, and then now it's like a big trend, which I'm quite grateful for. So they used to be so much worse. I do my eyebrows myself because I just don't trust anyone near them unless anything else. So that's sinking into my skin. And I put moisturizer on, sunscreen on, sorry. I also go in with Heyy, I hope I'm saying that right, I don't know how to say it. And it's just a facial spritz, but it kind of acts like also as a primer as well for your makeup. Hot tip, I also love using it after going to the gym, just as a refreshing for my skin. And yeah, I've also noticed that majority of the skincare products that I have used today are Australian, which whilst that is done, I am gonna go in with some makeup. I'm not gonna do a full glam or whatnot, I'm gonna do natural, and it turns out to be really makeup. I am then gonna go in with some the Kylie Cosmetics Power Plush Longwear Concealer. This is in the shade 1N. And just do a little dots here. And then I also do that and just put them on my scalp. I don't wear foundation. Typically when I'm just doing day-to-day admin tasks. When I do wear full face, I do still wear. I just find it works also better for my, not saying that I don't love a full face. I love a full face of makeup. Yeah, so I just bounce that in with a, and I let the concealer sit more on the spots that I want to cover for a little, yeah, I just find that feels a bit more color. And I like to let that kind of sink into the skin for a little bit before I do. Typically for everyday look, I use just Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veil, just the like light one I've already. And I just go in with one tip. You can buy them from Amazon for a really good price. This also really helps with things. I get really bad, like oily in my T-zone. It's kind of more like natural looking. I look a bit like a ghost. I go in with Revlon bronzer and I just put a little bit on and make it a little bit bronzy. And I always bring it down my neck because I'm not wearing like a full face of makeup, but it kind of gives more like an illusion of a sharper jaw, in my opinion it does. I could be just saying things right now and not making any sense. And again, it's like early in the morning. And I just bronze up my face. Oh, that's looking real patchy. What I like to do also is go in with a beauty blender after putting on my bronzer if I'm not overly happy if it looks patchy, and I find that that tends to kind of blend it more a bit nicer. And then I'm gonna go in with the same bronzer and just on a fluffy brush go over like so. And I also bring it here and down more the nose to kind of give that nose a little bit of a contour. And then the same thing, I go underneath my eye. And I also like to kind of bring it more up that way, and it kind of gives like a more of a lifted face look. So much better. I'm gonna go in with some blush. I like to use the cheek and lip tint from MCO Beauty. And I just put a little bit on the back of my hand. Remember, a little bit. I should have probably put, yeah. And I also like to use this one from Aussie Cosmetic in Diva. I put that also on the back and kind of like mix them in together. And it kind of makes this blushy kind of look. And I just dab a little bit. It's, yeah, it comes out pigmented. You know, going in with the Beauty Blender and just blending it out. Lately I've been actually doing the cream blush over the top of my powder. My powder is like my bronzer and my setting spray, and then once that kind of sinks a little bit into the skin, I then do go with my blush. And the blush I use is the NARS. I don't even know where the brush is for NARS. The NARS blush, but this one's in the shade Deep Throat. I love it because it's got a little bit of a shimmer inside it. And I just go in, I know I'm using the same brush as I used for bronzer. And I kind of dust it a little bit over here and on my nose, a little bit over my eyelids as well, and a little forehead. It kind of gives a bit more colour back into my face because I do have a very, very pale face. That is sinking in. I go in with Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Setting Spray and let that sink in for a little bit more. And then I like to curl my lashes. I just use this one I got and I just kind of pulse it a little bit, but more gently and in a hold. I can never get the corner of this eye properly done. It always looks terrible. And now I'm gonna go with a bit of mascara. It's just the Maybelline Firework one, and because it's more of a natural look, I only do a little coat just to kind of give over the effect. And I'll do a little under my eyes. Yeah, I go on a little highlighter and I put a little bit on my hand. This is MCO as well. I also love the Rare Beauty Illuminated one, and I just kind of put it a little bit everywhere. And a little on the brow line, not too much. Alright, now I'm going to go in with a lip liner. This is MAC in Edge to Edge. And now this is my hack for looking like more of bigger lips, because I have naturally small ones. I go up instead of going down. And I like to make sure that my lip liner is kind of on an angle. And I like to go a little bit over my Cupid's bow. And then I go in with the MAC Modesty lipstick in the shade Modesty, I should say, probably. And it's just a nice nude. And I put that on as well. If I want more of like a nighttime effect look, I will go in with a lip oil. This one from Blush Lips. I love a lip oil. Another hack that I love using is just using the lip oil on its own, or like with just the lip liner. I find that works as well. And then going back in with the Charlotte Tilbury. And we're gonna take out these. And a hack for keeping your makeup lasting all day is to use like a setting spray throughout the day, or like a facial spritz like this one, or even like a thermal spring water. I find that it just keeps it a bit more refreshing, and after it kind of sinks a little bit more into the skin, then you can go in with your setting powder and just kind of go over it. The hack is to do it when it's like a little bit still wet on the face. And because it's more of a powder, and it just kind of, I just find it helps a little bit more. That's the finished look. That is a everyday makeup look that I do pretty much every single day. It's very simple and easy, and I think anyone can do it. You don't need complicated products, you don't need expensive products, but skincare is prep. But yeah, thank you Vogue for having me and letting me be here, and thank you.